Is there one single memory that you think really kind of stands out and that you're going to still remember so vividly 20, 30 years down the road?
I don't know if there's one specific one, just because every year for sports has been different for me. In academics, it's all very, very different. Like everything kept changing and changing. So I don't know if I have one, but I'd say I have quite a few.
And then, Renee, for you, obviously, it's kind of like you've been a lifelong coach of Cori throughout her entire life. But, these past 4 years, coaching her at the high school level on the volleyball court and in basketball, too. I mean, what's it been like?
It's been a lot of fun. She's, good athlete, and it's been bittersweet, having her go and move on. I'm excited for her, but it's been a lot of fun. I've only had to kick her out of the gym one time.
And I mean, like you said, I mean, Cori is somebody that's just so self-driven, so self-motivated that, daughter or not, like I'm
Right.
sure you would take 12, 13 players with her type of attitude and approach on the court. But in a sense, do you almost feel like, she just her being your daughter, she sort of took it upon herself to sort of have that much more to prove to show that she belongs out there, that she deserves to be in that position?
She definitely has had to do that. Any cousin or relative that has come through the program has had to prove themselves, and probably her more so than any other kid, because you'd hear, oh, it's because it's her daughter, until they see her play or her work ethic, and it comes through. And I think people realize that it is well deserved what she has received. So.
And then Cori, going back almost 5 years now, I guess, that first when you were first getting ready to come into high school, I remember coming out here for a fall camp right before the season started, and sitting here with Nick Troop, and between you and all these other great incoming freshmen at the time that were coming into the program. It kind of struck me right away that you were out there just wanting to tear the walls down right away. I mean, how motivated were you coming into high school to just prove yourself? I mean, you made an impact right away as a freshman, but knowing, once again, that daughter aspect, wanting to show that you're out there because you're a great player, not because you're Renee's daughter, but also just wanting to help this program out as much as you can. Were you motivated right away to
Yes,
make
definitely.
an impact? Mm-hmm.
And like I've seen this program develop over all the years that she's been here, and even like watching some of the girls how hard they work and how motivated they are, that I wanted to continue that. And then also being her daughter, of course, just added on to that. So there just kept being more and more motivational pieces added to it. So
I mean, you just talk about kind of growing up within this program, and there's been so many incredible volleyball players that have come through this program throughout the years. Did you sort of have that one player that you kind of look up to and almost model yourself? I think I have an idea of who it might be, but did you have that one player that you
yes, I
kind of look up to?
definitely did. That was Courtney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
And
a huge role model for me. So
and what was it about Courtney that you kind of took on? And obviously playing with her for 2 years, I believe.
Yep.
Playing with her for 2 years, but also just witnessing her at the high school level before you even got to high school. What was it about her personality and her approach to the game that you wanted to apply to yourself?
She works extremely hard. She loves the game. You can just like feel it like when you're around her and like playing with her. She just loves to be out there and works hard, and that's what I really really like about her a lot. I am actually glad she's my mom, and I have had to work so hard because that's gotten me to where I am today, and it's been fun.
And then Renee, I mean, obviously, Cori's somebody that I'm sure kind of showed those signs of just not wanting to settle for mediocrity, kind of really pushing herself at a young age. Do you remember at about what age you first started to notice that she's different than most athletes, that she sort of has that extra inner drive in her?
I think when she was little, a little gym rat, and would come into um, she'd have to hang out with me while I was coaching, and we'd be in conditioning drills, and she was probably 4 or 5, and she was telling the girls, my volleyball team, come on, you can work harder than that. And she was doing, trying to do the dog run and teaching them different things. Come on, push yourself. And I'm like, she sounds like a mini me. Like, Cori, chill. So.
Do you remember that?
I do, a little bit. I remember running around on all fours.
Right, yeah.
And she had traps. When she was 5 years old, she had traps like a football player. Her kindergarten picture, she has traps. It's hilarious because she wanted to be a dog, so she always ran around on fours. So.
For you, how exciting was it just growing up within this program? I mean, obviously within this community, there's such a heavy volleyball influence, but for you with, your mom, with cousins, with a sister, with so many people that have grown up within this Valley volleyball program and the Valley athletic community in general, has that just been, was it almost like you were born for this?
Definitely, I completely agree. I just love it, and being able to experience everything and see what goes on and how everything works and how it runs, it just made me love the game even more, and I absolutely love it. It's been a huge part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of where I've grown up from,
right.
So, yeah.
And then, I mean, if you look at, the past 4 years of your mom coaching you, if you could think of just the best piece of advice that your mom gave you as a coach, what would it be?
Oh, goodness. Oh, man. Probably to work hard.
Mm-hmm.
Work hard.
Yeah.
Always work hard. Never, ever settle.
Right.
So.
And then as a mom, what's the best piece of advice that you can remember her giving you? Same thing, maybe?
Close, that too,
Yeah.
But there's another one that comes to mind it's okay to not always come out on top, but it's okay to fail or to lose and stuff. You just got to let it go and kind of learn from it.
And then Renee, we talked about what the best advice you've given Cori, but Cori is, she's 18, but sometimes acts and, she's like somebody twice her age sometimes when she's
Right.
out there on the court, just with how she approaches the game in a mature manner. Has she ever pulled you aside during a volleyball match or anything like that and given you a little bit of advice of let's try this, let's do something different out there?
No, I think the biggest thing is like if she would be upset after a volleyball game and she'd like, what am I doing wrong? And I'd start talking to her. She's like, okay, chill, mom. And she always like, chill, mom. So, and I know there are times when I need to just chill. So I guess that's the advice that I just relax a little bit.
Okay.
Don't. She hears me. I don't have to raise the voice.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then, Cori, you've also had some great teammates throughout the years in various sports. Can you think of, one teammate in particular that's really inspired you throughout the years?
I'd have to say Courtney and Megan again.
Mm-hmm.
I've missed playing with Megan too. She was fun. I wish I could play with her more.
Right.
But both of them again because they do work hard, and even Bryn too. Like her work ethic, and after what she came through, came back from, and it's truly incredible. And just it's been fun to see them work hard and get to where they are now and how successful they are.
Bobby, I know they did stuff before the game, and I didn't want to know what they were doing. So I'm sure there is something, but I don't know. So this answer will be interesting for me too.
Cori, is there anything that you just have to do before each game, or otherwise you just don't feel right when you're stepping on the court?
Yeah, what we would do, I started ever since freshman year. I think they'd been carrying it on for a while too, but we'd play music in the training room and we'd all dance. We'd all take turns and we'd all shake you a little bit, and it was just fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. Good way to loosen up, but then when we were done, we'd relax, focus, and then talk about the game, and we'd be perfectly fine.
I'm really excited for her, and I'm very proud of her. I look at all the kids that I've coached in the past, and you look at Savannah Garcia. I know she was a big role model for Cori too. Cori, just because her energy she had out on the court, and Cori always tried to pick up pieces of different kids, but Cori is kind of unique because she's. It seems like she's picked out all the good parts of kids, and I'm extremely proud of her. Academically, when she tore her ACL, it was really tough because, you know, you hear horror stories and you think of Bryn